Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing a purple look that I planned before I started the video. So yeah, for once I actually planned. So I've already done my base, I've done the Urban Decay as I always do. I'm going to use the Midnight palette from Beauty Bay because this is the palette that has a significant amount of purple eyeshadows. This is what it looks like. It has purple and blue. They also have a mini Midnight palette, Mrs. Woman, but that has more blue than purple. So yeah, I haven't actually decided what shadows I'm going to use, but I kind of want to do... I'm kind of attracted to these four here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm kind of attracted to those four. These four here. Maybe a little bit of this shade. And then possibly this one as well. This one might be quite nice. Yeah, you need to shift. You were asleep. Yes, you were. You were sleeping. Okay, so that's the four I'm kind of looking at. Yes. And then maybe I might add a little bit this shade as well. That's out of the quadrant, just to add a little bit better, more of a transition. So let's start. I'm going to take... That is not the brush I'm looking for. Let's see. Still not the brush I'm looking for. I'll take this one. Still not the brush I'm looking for, but I'll take it. This is the Colourpop E19. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade in Catch. Very strange. Yes, Catch. Very strange name. Some of Beauty Bay's palettes have. But I wanted to do purple because I don't usually... Purple and blue are two of my scary colors, because it's very easy to look like you've got a bruise. More so on me, it's easier to make purple look like a bruise than blue, because bruises show up purple on me, not blue. Well, they show up more purple than blue on me. So I'm gonna just look straight ahead, and I'm gonna just kind of stamp how high I want it to go, and then working this in my crease. Well, when I say crease, I mean like right on top of my hood, because this is my crease here. See this bit here that's kind of blank? That's my crease, but because whenever I see, you can see the blank skin, but whenever I relax my brows, you can kind of see that fold of skin just get in the way. So we're just gonna slowly build this up. I'm gonna leave this part blank and just circular motions. Okay. I'm not going to play about with the shape too much. I just want to work on getting that intensity that I want. And then I'm going to feather it in slightly. A little bit of fallout. Was that fallout? Was like a bit of like fluff or something. It may have been fluff. Just keep checking in the mirror that it's... Should have shaded my eyebrows. I'm starting to notice my eyebrows starting to go back a little bit. I have very thick, as you can see, like sparse. Like they're really thick here, but then they're sparse, but they're quite broad. I tend not to fill them in when I do YouTube videos because it's a YouTube video. Not necessary, but I do fill them in whenever I go out. Don't worry, I'm not going out with eyebrows like whenever they look like this. And if I do, they're usually covered with my fringe or a hat or a hood or something. So I'm gonna work on my other eye off camera just to make this a little faster, and then we will be right back. One technique that has helped me with placing, because I mentioned earlier in the previous videos that I found it kind of annoying to go up high enough, so I kind of go like this and then lower and then lower my eyebrows, and then I kind of put a dot where that marks where that's gonna be, and it's a lot easier that way. Whenever I do raise my eyebrows, whenever I relax them, I can still see it. So what I tend to do is I raise my eyebrows and then I place the brush, and then I kind of like fall whenever my eyebrows fall, the brush falls with it, and then that way I know where to put that color. Almost dipped my brush into the wrong shade there, and it was a shimmery shade. That would not have worked. I don't really like shimmering the lid at all. I did apply a little bit too close to the, dang. We're gonna, fuck it, I'll go with it. I was gonna leave this part blank and go in with a different color, but you know what, I'm gonna go in with a different color anyway, and we're gonna blend this out, so it'll be fine. We'll work it out, it'll be fine. But as you can see, it's quite even, which is annoying because I do have uneven eyes. My right eye is more hooded than my left, so I'm going to go in with a lighter color. I'm going to take, I'm stuck between this shade here, Tranquil, and this shade in the shade Lilac. I think I'm going to go with Lilac because it's a little bit more, it's a little more purple, while Tranquil has a little bit more white to it. I'm going to take that same brush and top it off, and what we're going to do, we're going to blend around, like on and around that first purple that we put down. And then we're also going to go all the way in, and that's just going to help with blending. And also adding a slightly lighter color into the inner hood, or my inner hood or my inner crease. It helps to establish and reinforce that color whenever my eyes are open. That way you can see it. And because it's lighter, it doesn't close off the eye and make it even droopier and heavier than it already looks naturally, because that's the problem with hooded eyes. They can look very droopy and quite heavy because of the skin, and there's nothing wrong with that. We just have to work with eyeshadows a little bit differently. We're just gonna take time to blend because this is purple. Purple and blues are not forgiving, if that makes sense. But then you don't want to blend too much because then it'll definitely look like a bruise then. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with that first shade again, Catch, and just go back over it again and just reinforce that depth. just very, very quickly and very lightly. But these shadows blend on top of each other and blend very, very, very beautifully in with each other as well. We're gonna have this touch the outer, just the outer corner of the eye, just to help later, just to help with blending on a later stage. I might go under with this. I might do the same thing underneath the eye, but I haven't completely decided yet what I'm gonna do. Okay, when it comes to the deep color, I kind of want to use this shade here, 1993. Yes. I was stuck between that one and Sorcery, but Sorcery is a little too red toned for me. I'm going to want to keep this kind of blue toned because it is going to be spring very soon. So blue toned purples are a little bit more spring. And we're just going to take a pencil brush. This is a Fayara pencil brush that I need to stop using green eyeshadow because every time I clean it, it doesn't come off. And it only happens with the color green. Never, no other color. But we're gonna put this in the outer corner and slightly in the low. Yeah, we're gonna go with the lower lash line with this. Because why the fuck not, right? It's a lot more red. 1993 is a lot more red toned on my skin than it looked in the pan. But you know what? We're working it. We're working it. It's fine. Red tone purples are not really, they don't really suit me as, I don't think they suit me as well as blue tone purples, but we're gonna go about right where my eyelashes end. I really like this brush for I'm gonna do a little bit more on that lid just to add a little bit more depth. But these blend beautifully, and they're so inexpensive too. They're so inexpensive. I got these palettes a couple, like 2 years ago when they were on sale, and I never got the chance to use them because I was in the process of moving. And I'm kind of doing like a little bit of like a liner as well with this. But I was in the process of moving, and so I had to start packing because I actually got the house in August 2021. No, 2022. But I didn't actually move in until October 2023. Because there had to be work done and maintenance and everything. So I bought like a few things because it was like wanting to treat myself, and I was starting to experiment more with makeup at that time. And so I got some beauty-based stuff because I heard really, really good things about the palettes. But they were a little bit scary because I'm not used to colorful eyeshadow. Not in this capacity. My kind of colorful eyeshadow at that point was all this would be neutral, and then just maybe at the bottom or one color on the lid, something like that. Nothing like this. But now that I'm living here for a couple of months, living here since October, it's been a really fun experience living on my own. Making sure I still talk to my grandmother every day, And if I don't talk to her every day, because sometimes she calls me, I don't pick up. I call her, she doesn't pick up. At least we're texting each other. Good night. Mr. Loki, you don't get involved with makeup. But yeah, it's been really, really fun. I'm going to go back into the shade Lilac, and we're going to blend this into the inner part again. Yes, buddy. But we're going to keep this a little bit closer to the lash line this time. And I'm also going to go in a little bit with that 1993. Right where Lilac and 1990. Yeah. I used the wrong shade. Supposed to use a little bit of Catch, not 1993. Catch is there we go. Just to have that really nice gradient. So we go from Lilac to Catch to 1993. I just think it's very, very pretty. I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, this is nice. This is very, very nice. I think it suits my eye shape so well. Apologies if you hear anything in the background. It's Ebony. She loves her freaking litter tray. She loves to dig and dig and dig and dig. I had to change the kind of litter that I use in order to appease her, because the last brand she didn't like it. She couldn't dig. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just blend this. This is so beautiful. I'm really, really proud of myself too, that I've actually made a look that looks nice to me. So, because I've tried to play with color in the past, and the looks that I've made have not looked all that nice. At least not in my opinion. But then again, like, it doesn't really matter if someone says, oh, your eyeshadow looks really pretty. If you don't think it looks pretty, you're not going to look very pretty, are you? Okay, I'm going to take some of this Jolie Beauty Glitter Gel. I really, really like this. And I'm going to go... I haven't decided yet. There's two colors I'm stuck between. One in the original quadrant I showed you at the beginning of the video, and then another one that's a little bit deeper in color. We'll see. This is a very, very strong scent. So if you are the kind of person that doesn't like strong smells, you're not gonna like this at all. The only problem is, here it is. I'm just gonna wipe this on a tissue. Handy dandy tissue. Theo and Loki are fighting. Of course they are. Of course they are. And we're just gonna this all over the lid. Another thing I like about the Jolie one is that it doesn't pick up any shadow. So it doesn't like drag any shadow, you know, that I've already put down into the blank space that I left. which is fantastic. Where is the... There it is. So what we're gonna do... I'm gonna take this shade here called Jellies. A bit of a strange name, but okay. Don't know if they mean jellies as in jealous or jellies as in jelly, but yeah, we're just gonna use this blank. Wow, that's stunning. What I mean blank is like on a blank canvas. That applies really, really well. It looks very, very wet. I might go in with another shade as well, just because I want to. Yeah, what do you think, bud? What do you think, buddy? We'll say though, the Jolie glitter fix does dry very, very quickly. But the fallout is pretty much non-existent. It's fantastic. Okay, I think that's enough right there. I'm going to go in with this glitter here called Gleam, which is a lot lighter. It's a little bit more of... It's kind of like a periwinkle blue with and lavender kind of mixed together. It's very beautiful, and it has a lot of pink and silver glitters in here. It's not really picking up on the brush that well. I'm going to use my glitter base again. Get that a little bit, get that coated just so I can pick this up. Ah, there we go. That works really, really well. We're just gonna... Oh, yes. Yep, that's so stunning. It's very, very icy. Very, very icy shade. What we're gonna do is tap to make sure that these two are blended because they're quite different. We don't want a stark, straight line. We don't want that at all. And the brush I'm using is a Dear Dahlia 173. I forgot to mention that. Okay. I think the final thing I'm going to do before I add any finishing touches is I'm going to take just my finger and I'm going to take a little bit of Mystic up here. Was going to go with this one, but I think that one might be a little bit too dark. So I'm going to take a little bit of Mystic, and I mean a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle, just where Jellies and Gleam meet, just so that, just so that it doesn't have a stark contrast. Okay. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in... I'm not too sure, actually. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the highlighter that I'm planning on using, and it is Soul Moonlight Feel highlighter from Odens. It's in the shade Lavender Dream, and that's what I'm going to use as a highlight. That's really, really beautiful. Oh yeah, that works. That works. Because there wasn't really any colors light enough that I really wanted. But I kind of want this to be a little punchy, so here we go. I'm going to do some liner and mascara, but I'm going to do that off camera just to make the video a little shorter, so I'll be right back. Okay, so the liner I used is the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner. It is in the shade Visuals, and it has a little star next to it as well. So I'm not sure what that means. And then I just use my Glossier Mascara that I really like to use. I don't wear false lashes. They irritate me, but this just helps lift my lashes. I was blessed with pretty decent lashes, to be honest. So that is the overall look. When it comes to blush, I'm thinking of using a blush from the actual palette, because why not? And I'm thinking of maybe using this shade here called Fancy. It's a very pink toned mauve-y purple. And I think it would look pretty cool. But I don't really know. I'm gonna go... That is not the brush I'm looking for. I literally saw the brush, went to grab it, but then grabbed the wrong one. I did it again. I did it again. Here we are. Okay. This is a Colourpop F20 that will not freaking... What did I use this with? I can't remember. I think I used a Dear Dahlia like cream blush with this at one point. I think it was called like Peach Gleam or something. And since then it will not stay the same. It will not like wash out. But I'm going to take this Fancy, and because this is quite a small brush, I'll be able to fit... Oh damn. So we'll see how this looks, shall we? Because I don't really wear purple blush, but I think it'll look pretty cool. I think it'll be a little bit cohesive. It's a little sheer, but that's okay because I am quite pale. I'm gonna take my glasses off actually, make it easier for me to put this on. But I still wanna... It's not too bad. I wonder how it would look against my nose. I mean, why can't you use shadow as blush? Who made up that rule? Nobody. How would it look? Because I do like applying blush to my nose. How would this look? Looks a little weird, but in a good way. I have a purple nose now. I look like my character in Skyrim. I made a Breton in one of my more recent saves, and I have like a strip. I need to buff this out a bit, but I accidentally, because the mod I had kind of messed up the the character creation part, and I gave her a really, really like rosy nose, and it was completely unintentional. But I decided to keep it because I can just go to the face sculptor in Riften and get and fix her that way. But I thought it was kind of cute because the character I made is cutthroat and very, very mean. And I don't usually I try to be nice in role playing games, but this time I'm a dick. I killed Arender. What else did I do? That was mean. I still killed Grell at the kind. What on earth are you two doing? This is actually quite nice. Yeah, what else have I done? I killed Tova's daughter whenever Miri asks you to kill the other Shatter Shield daughter, and the mother ends up committing suicide. I knew that was going to happen, but my character just cares about money and survival because I wanted to make her backstory kind of. I'm actually like really, really role playing. And that's what this is kind of reminding me of, like a really rosy nose. But the fact that like my character is so mean, and I accidentally gave her just this cute little rosy nose. She just looks so nice. For me, she looks so approachable, but she's a bitch. So I just find that funny. I'm gonna go back in with my Lavender Dreams, and I'm gonna take that same brush again and just tap. And now Lavender Dreams is glittery. It's not shimmery, which is why tap. Oh, I applied a little bit too much there. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's fine. It can be washed off. It's makeup. It's perfectly fine. I will live. I will live. Another thing too with these highlighters, there's a shade, where the heck is it? Here it is. Azure Shine. You know how many times it got me to not say Azura Shrine? Because there's a shrine in Skyrim for Azura, the Daedric Prince of Dusk and Dawn. And Azura Shine, Azura Shrine. It took me a while to not say Azura Shrine. But alas, I'm just gonna buff this out a little bit more on this side because it's a little, there we go. Yeah. And then for the lips, what I'm gonna do, there's two here I want to try. There's two here I'm stuck between. There's this one in the shade in Incantation. This is part of their Ethereality collection. This is one of the colors that came out with it. Or Unicorn. I think Unicorn might look a little bit better. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to test them out. But it's a Jolie Beauty. Does it say? Yeah, Air Matte matte lip liquid lipstick, and this is the old packaging, and then this is going to be the new packaging, which just looks a little bit nicer. It's the cap that I can't stand. This cap, it's not my favorite cap, so I'm glad they are changing the packaging. But yeah, the wand's very thin, so I'm going to moisturize my lips beforehand too. I came prepared. Very pigmented. tend to do this with lipsticks because it's a little bit easier for me to apply lipsticks this way. But this is a liquid lip, not a regular lipstick. So I need to be a little bit more careful. No. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. No. I don't know if you heard him going, but he's frustrated because I won't let him. That's what it looks like. This one I used a green one last time, the Forest Fairy. A little bit patchy right in the middle. Do that. I'm just going to let this dry a little bit. But yeah, it's a little bit cool toned for in comparison. It looks very, very blue on camera, but it isn't. It's a little bit blue toned. I think the next time I might try, Incantation might go a little bit better with it. If I was gonna go outside in this, I would probably put this one on instead. I think it might look a little bit nicer. But it feels very comfortable. I can feel it on the lips though, keep in mind. But then liquid lipstick, I always feel it on my lips anyway. But it's a little transfer, but yeah, it looks nice. I don't mind it. But yeah, that was the look I have done. I've done purple. The only thing I didn't really have was purple mascara. That would have been cool to have some purple mascara. But no, I don't have any purple mascara. Would I get purple mascara? Possibly. Possibly. But yeah, that's the overall look. Hope you enjoyed it. The Midnight palette worked beautifully. I really like the palettes from Beauty Bay. The eyeshadows are lovely and they work really well. And they layer very well and they blend very well. So yeah, very good buy, especially if you do like purple and blue shadows. But if you are a little bit overwhelmed, get the smaller one first. That way it's a little easier. They have like a 9 pan and then like a 42 pan. So the 9 pan would be better for very big, for at the very beginning. That way it's not so. So yeah, that's the overall look. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everybody.